what up, what up, what up? It's your boy TP3, aka Swagcat9, aka Tilly. This is Blazenits Radio here on XFSR. I got my boy Mason in here with me, one of the best presenters in Frostburg. What's up, man?
Hey, man, what's up? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's no problem, man. We're going to talk about a couple things today. First of all, why don't you just let people know, who you are, how long you've been here, how you like Frostburg, what your major is, just, basic stuff like that.
All right, well, where to begin? My name is Mason McElwee. I've been here for 5 years now, way too long. I'm a business major here at Frostburg, concentration in marketing, and I play on the rugby team. I've played on the Frostburg rugby team since my freshman year. It's been my passion for a really long time, and I actually just got back from Ireland last semester. I did study abroad where I worked for a marketing firm over there.
That's right. How'd you like Ireland?
It was an amazing experience. Whenever people always ask me about this, I always just blabber on about it way too much, but it was really great. I met a lot of really cool people, and it definitely changed me. It changed my perspective and my outlook just on everything. And I really learned a lot. I hope I make my way back there at some point. I'm
sure you will, man. I know they probably loved you over there. I know you're probably doing damage and just making all types of money.
It was awesome. I was actually, I was just an intern over there, but to them, I worked for a marketing firm. So when people asked me, I was just that young hotshot kid who worked at a digital marketing firm and played for. I was playing rugby over there, and I played for the best team in the city. So
wow.
It was pretty awesome. VIP everywhere I went.
Whoa! So it's almost like playing the NFL over here.
It was similar. It was we had all kinds of opportunities whenever I went out during the nightlife. It was just VIP stamps. People were just clinging to us. They wanted to hang out with us. So, I felt like a big shot. And then I ended up having to come back to Frostburg and get the rest of my education.
So how did, I know it's probably a big difference in terms of just talking about rugby, just playing over in Ireland and then coming back playing over here. Like, can you talk about, maybe some of the differences and, maybe competition level or techniques and stuff like that?
Oh, definitely. The competition is just way different. I'm a pretty decent player here. I've been the captain for a few years now, and I've played for so long that I've really gathered a lot about the game. But playing over there, it's actually a really good team. Yeah, we've gone to the Marfu Championship a few times. We've won the conference championship, so we're a pretty decent team for having a smaller club. And so when over there, I went over with some experience, and it still was not nearly the amount that I thought I was gonna have. I was out of place a lot. They taught me a lot about the game, and being back here, I feel more like a coach than a player at this point.
So I guess since you played with stiffer competition now, is it like you come back over here and you're playing with Frostburg? Is it like I don't know, playing with little kids now, easy for you?
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, it definitely is a difference. Just the experience level, and when I'm out there, I know what I'm doing at all points, so I try and teach the new guys, give them some points and tips. So the competition level has definitely has dropped. I won't lie about that.
That's what's up. So do you miss Ireland at all?
I miss it so much. I think about it every single day. Sometimes I can't even sleep at night because I just think that's all I think about. I met a lot of really cool people, and I went over there with open arms, ready for anything. And if you go over and have an experience like that, that's what you have to do. If you go over and you're shy and you're scared, then you won't have the fun that you want to have. So I went over there prepared to do anything, and I even ran into a lot of bumps in the road along the way, but I was just so optimistic that nothing was going to stand in my way to have a good experience.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time over there. I know I was excited for you when you went over there because studying abroad just seems like a really cool thing to do. It's never really a place where I really wanted to go, but that's awesome. Is there any other place other than Ireland that you thought about going? Because I know you're looking into going abroad. Was it any other place other than Ireland that had a chance of experiencing Mr. McElwee over here?
I've always wanted to study abroad, and I looked into a lot of different places. Australia seemed like an awesome place to go. Japan, I've always wanted to go to Japan. But I think going over to Ireland, it was nice. I mean, it's right in the middle of Europe, and to fly to any of those other countries, if I wanted to go to Paris or if I wanted to go to London or Greece or anything, then I had that opportunity. And even though I only went to London and Paris during my time over there, it was really neat to just experience so many different cultures.
Yeah, they can't even say they went there before.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm one of the fortunate few who have been able to go, especially at such a young age.
Yeah, I mean, just even Australia and Japan, I mean, I probably wouldn't do any work over there anyway.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I could not imagine what it's like to be there, and it's so far away from home, but it wasn't. For me, it wasn't scary at any point. I was ready for it. It was something that I've always wanted to do. I every single day for those 3 months, I took no days for granted. I lived every single day just one at a time, and I learned so much every day.
So would you tell a younger student to look into going abroad to study or to experience an internship like that?
Yeah, I definitely would, and I've actually been talking with a lot of students. Sometimes the Study Abroad Center has me over just to kind of talk about my experience,
cool.
And I really can't get enough of it because I know my friends and family are getting tired of hearing the same stories about Ireland over and over. So I love meeting with new people and actually being able to talk to them about my experience, to continue to talk about it, because even though people here are getting tired of listening to it, I'm not getting tired of telling it. So the more people that I meet and the more people that I can share this with, I would love to. Study abroad is a great experience, and I think a lot of people should try and experience that.
And where's the Study Abroad Center? Because I know, even though Frostburg, it's a good school, sometimes they do a very good job of telling kids about, opportunities that are available here. I know I've never heard of the Study Abroad Center.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people listening right now probably haven't either. So, where is that, and who would someone need to get in touch with if they are interested in, maybe thinking about going abroad?
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. In my time here, I've heard very little about Study Abroad, and I was actually fortunate to hear about this program. I had no idea where the Study Abroad Center is. But it's down by Braddock Road, across from the Braddock House, if you know where that is, by the Poland Hall. It looks like just a regular home.
Right.
It's actually that's where Victoria Gearhart works, and she is the head of the Study Abroad department.
That's by Great Hall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right by there, and she's a very nice lady, and she helps people through the process and tries to get them ready for the culture shock that they're going to experience. So, if they did a better job marketing it, they would probably get a lot more students going over there. Yeah,
I mean, especially here at Frostburg, there's so many people here. Like just walking around, you see so many different types of people, so many different cultures. I know there'd be at least because I don't really. You're the first person I met, or one of my friends that went abroad, and I'm sure I would have met way more people to go abroad, or at least want to go abroad if they knew about it, So I think that's a good thing to let people know about, to know where they would have to go and who they have to get in touch with and stuff like that. You even went to a fair last year, right? The Study Abroad Fair.
Yeah.
I didn't get an email about that.
Exactly, and all they do, and it's similar with a lot of different organizations here, is they kind of just set up in the Lane Center and hope that people are going to walk by. But that's something that we have trouble with, is just kind of getting our name out there as far as any organization or study abroad. So just better advertisement, I would think, and people will hop on the study abroad boat.
Hopefully that new building will help out with that. Maybe the study abroad folks will move in there. I know they'll have enough room to put people in there.
Yeah, I think that might be the new Lane Center. That place looks like it's going to be amazing. I'm kind of jealous that is for the communications and not the business department.
You guys have Frampton, man.
Frampton is a old building, and we actually have to share it with the education department. So I'll be happy for future business students when they move out of there.
Yeah, That's definitely. I'm definitely proud of Frostburg. They're definitely making a change for the better in terms of making renovations around the campus and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Like TAWS. As much as I loved the original campus for where I came here, TAWS was just it was falling apart.
Definitely.
So definitely the change from TAWS to this new CCIT building, it's that's gonna be awesome. And then Lane Center. When we first got here, a lot of people don't know the old Lane Center.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness, Lane Center is so
Oh,
nice now.
I can barely remember the old Lane Center now.
I really don't remember either, man. Like, I don't even remember what it used to look like over there, in that lounge area, because it just looks so nice now. You just don't even remember. You don't want to remember.
It was a dark and dingy building. They needed an upgrade, and same with Tall's too. That place, it just had a bad smell to it, and it just.
And like honestly, nobody even went in Tall's before.
No.
Until they were renovating Lane Center, and they moved all like the It wasn't Taco Bell. What was it?
They moved all those food.
But it wasn't Taco Bell though.
No, it was
like that's why I didn't understand. They moved
smokehouse
place.
Like I guess they had maybe the Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
No, it wasn't Chick-fil-A either. It was like
they didn't want to move any of that. Any of the good stuff. They had pizzas and
I was like, if you have the contract with them, like why can't we just have? We still have Chick-fil-A, but it was like smokehouse.
Yeah.
They still had the pizzas.
Yep.
I think that was it. Was that it?
That's all I remember.
I don't even remember.
That's the only thing I
don't think Taco Bell was there.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
either.
I don't think it was there. But I am proud of Frostburg. They're making good changes around. Even though we're leaving.
Yep.
So
we
want to
be
able to experience everything. I think, especially even like with the athletics, the Frostburg, the bleachers, the new bleachers, and they're just. I think they're taking better care of students now.
I agree.
They're trying to make they're trying to better their appearance around. I guess the local schools like in PG County and Moco and stuff like that. So when kids come up here on their visits, you see the guys in the red sweatshirts walking them around. I mean, now you see kids like, oh man.
That's right, a little more school spirit. It's definitely improving from what I remember, and it's nice. It's as an alumni, I'm gonna want to come back, and I'm gonna want to see Frostburg just growing and continuing to prosper. So it's nice to see that
we still have a long way to go, but I mean,
definitely
we're definitely going in the right direction. Especially with when we first got here, Frostburg was just party school, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's all people said to me. Like, oh, you're going to Frostburg, going to party.
That was the reputation. Luckily, it's changing some
I don't think
now.
It's a party school no more.
No, I don't think so either. I think that they've done a pretty good job just trying to fix that reputation And I can remember coming up here for my freshman orientation, seeing nothing but all kinds of party trash at all the houses. Yeah, that was just wild.
Freshman orientation signs in front of houses.
Yeah.
No more of that.
Nope, not at all.
You don't even see any more "You honk, we drink" signs.
That's right. I did see one the other day.
Really?
I did see one, yeah. But I don't think as many people honk anymore.
Nope. Police probably shut that down real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It's not even a lot of house parties. Well, there probably is house parties, but it's more like an underground scene now.
Yep.
We first got here, nobody cared, man.
It was wild.
Our street was like a block party.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everything was outside. Man, they really have. Just thinking about it right now, they really have cracked down a lot. I can remember just the wild stuff everyone would do outside of the house, and now everything is enclosed inside if they're going to do anything like that. So I mean it's definitely better for the community.
Bars,
yeah, definitely.
Even at the bar, I know. I lived in Gray Hall freshman year, and we couldn't go to the bar then because we were 18.
Yeah.
But we would just sit out in the parking lot, and I know F Bar, wasn't it called Bower Street Pub?
Yep.
Back there, something like that?
Yeah.
It would be a fight every day.
Really?
And it would turn into a brawl.
Jeez.
It would be at least 20 guys outside. You'd just be sitting in the parking lot. You'll just hear bottles smashing, people yelling. Wow. And it was out of control. I know the house on that corner, wasn't that you guys' old house?
That was the rugby team's old house. Yes,
we sat out there one time and watched some guy throw a microwave out the window.
Oh, I actually remember that night. I vividly remember that night.
Oh, my goodness.
It was wild, but I haven't experienced anything like that in a long time, and I think Frostburg, the community, and the university's doing a good job to kind of clean up its image and make things better. So good for them. Good for them.
And now that we're older, I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of I don't know, because I feel like we were almost a part of that.
Yeah.
Because that transformation happened while we were here.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I'm definitely proud of the fact of we first got here. I mean, nobody. I mean, it's hard to believe people with a Frostburg degree, they looked at them like they can contribute.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I feel like if I came out with a Frostburg degree, when I first got here, they'd be like, oh, get him to plan our Christmas party.
That's right.
But other than that,
they can plan the holiday parties. I don't know what else we can find for him to do.
But now it's like, I kind of feel like I've done something.
Yeah.
I graduate from Frostburg. It's
yeah, definitely.
Like that Rocky moment.
Definitely.
I got up the stairs,
That's right. That's how it'll be for me. I'm gonna be cheering 100%.
And I mean, business department,
they're up there. It's a tough program, and I'm finally making my way through it. But I'll be happy when I can finally leave with my business degree and find my job at some digital marketing firm, hopefully.
And it sucks now, man. 'Cause like, a lot of people, it does take them 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still, with people that they went to college, maybe 10 years ago. They still have the mindset of, if you didn't graduate in 4 years, you were just,
Yeah. I think a lot of factors contribute to that, though, especially as far as educating people that come in as freshmen. I think it's we failed in some aspects to make sure that they know exactly what they need to do to graduate in 4 years. And I think more now than ever, students are coming into universities just to get their education, and they don't actually know what they want to do after they graduate. So it's hard to point them in a direction when they actually
they have no idea.
Don't have a true direction.
Or any idea of what direction they want to go.
Exactly. And that's how I was when I was a freshman. I took my orientation class, and I had no idea, what I wanted to do. I knew things that I liked and things that I didn't. But as far as choosing a career for what you want to do for the rest of your life, it's pretty difficult. And I didn't really know what I was good at as far as academic-wise. I just kind of coast my way through high school. So, and I think actually a lot of students are that way. So if we could just educate people a little more and help them.
I really think high school is the problem, though. Because if you look back at your high school experiences, all your classes are generic.
Mm-hmm.
All your classes, I think I had to take 2 electives a year.
Yeah.
And then you take photography, gym.
Yeah.
So it's like, when you get to college, it's like, you don't want to major in English.
Yeah.
What can you do with an English degree?
Yep.
Even though there's options out there, but for someone that doesn't really love English,
especially with the job market the way it is today, it's definitely
hard
difficult.
to come with an English degree.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to find that major or career where that's going to make them their next dollar, that quick buck. So
exactly. I think
those kind of majors, I think, are starting to fall off.
I think the only of the the 4 core subjects was like English, math, science, and history. I think you might be able to go somewhere with one of the sciences.
Yeah.
I think that would be tough too. I think if you graduate maybe like a biology or chemistry degree, you'd have to be top,
oh yeah. Any of those majors you can definitely find success in. It's just the level that you'll have to work to find the amount of success that you want it's going to differentiate from an English degree to a business degree to a psychology degree.
Exactly.
You might have to go and get a further education. You might have to go get your master's or something in order to pull yourself from the rest of the crowd, because there's going to be so many people with that same degree.
Exactly.
What do you have that's going to make you stand out and that's going to make me want to hire you?
Exactly. And I think, going back to my high school, it's just ridiculous. We were not prepared at all. I think I scored a 0 on both of those tests.
Yeah.
The entrance test.
Yeah.
I had to take the basic math and the basic English.
Yeah.
Both of the basic Englishes, actually.
Really?
It was 2 basic Englishes. I had to take both of them. And, I didn't learn any of that stuff in high school.
Yeah.
4 years of high school. And then, I guess you have to put some of the blame on, PG County, I know, especially at Wise and Douglas, where, it was so many kids that you couldn't take books home because they'd only had amount of books to, just take care of that class. So you'd have to, read everything in class. You had no homework because you didn't have the book. So it's you learn for and then I think it's each class is maybe 50 minutes long. And it's, I didn't really learn much because, you do all your work in class and then you go home and play video games for 8 hours. So it's all that stuff goes out your head.
We didn't have all the iPhones and iPods back then. So, and all the iPads, so we couldn't take pictures of our assignments and what our readings were going to be. So
and then email wasn't even that big then. I know now, I mean, maybe because I'm in college, you know.
Yeah, I
Emails,
think that's definitely it. I never
yeah.
used email when I was in high
Never
school. There
used
was no
email.
point.
No point.
I used my MySpace page. That's about it. Someone want to get in touch with me, they could send me a message on MySpace.
MySpace. Oh my goodness, MySpace. MySpace. That seems like forever ago, man.
Yeah, it truly does.
Like, I mean, I think that, once, high schools. I've heard of some high schools where like you have like a focus. I think that's like upper level, maybe like private school, where you come in and you're like, okay, I want to be a doctor, and you take, I guess, more science classes.
Yeah.
I think once, I guess once more schools start going that route, I think it will be more easier for kids to get back to the 4-year plan.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, I got here, I didn't know what mass comm was. So it took me maybe 2 years.
And that's a big problem because in high school you don't even know all the different majors that you have available,
Right.
at your disposal.
Exactly.
You're not as educated, and people just end up coasting through. If we started the education process as far as a career earlier, then I think that it would definitely help out. If I was in high school and instead of just taking all the generic English and art or whatever, and we actually focused on a career path at that young age, then I think that I would be on a much greater path. And I wouldn't trade my experience for anything, but I would just, at this point, I would be even closer to where I actually
I would like it if I graduated in 4 years.
Yes, exactly, right. And I think that's what we definitely want for our future here at Frostburg and here across the nation. So, I think if we just start that education process a little earlier, it would definitely help people. Because when I was in high school, I can be honest with you, I was not thinking about what I was going to do.
Not at all.
After high school or for a career, I figured I would work at Walmart and eventually work my way up. And a lot of people have a lot more potential than that. So,
exactly.
So if we can start to educate them a little earlier, then I think it'll definitely help them out.
Exactly. And I mean, I just hope that maybe, I don't know, maybe if it's not just that, maybe just, people coming in, talking to high school kids, talking about what they do, what they had to go through to get where they're at.
Yeah.
I mean, I never had someone coming to me and talk. Only people that did that were maybe like football players.
Yeah.
Talking to me about how to, just keep working out, stuff like that.
Definitely.
But I never had someone come in and say, hey, you thinking about going into radio? This is what you got to do.
Yeah.
Until I got here.
Yeah.
And even then, it's not as often as it should be.
Definitely.
So,
and that actually makes me think, maybe at some point I should go back to my high school where I went and just kind of talk about, I was in their shoes and it feels like just yesterday, and it definitely wasn't just yesterday, but just kind of talk about the process and get them started about what do you want to do, with your life? What do you want to be when you grow up? Because that's really what it comes down to. What do you want to do? What's going to make you happy for the rest of your life?
And it needs to be people our age.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be honest. If I'm in high school right now, I'm a 15-year-old kid. What is that like? Sophomore year, freshman year,
sophomore.
One of them. I mean, I'm taking algebra.
Yep.
I'm taking basic English. Like, I'm not gonna listen to a 60-year-old guy come in and
exactly.
He says, back in my day, like, I mean, come on.
And that's one of the things that we fail with, and even as professors sometimes, because they can't really relate. Yeah, exactly. They can't relate to their students, and it's like if I was in high school and I had some old man come in and start telling me, what their career path is. First of all, their career path isn't going to be the same within the 30-year difference.
So much has changed.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot of things are more modern now.
Right.
Things are a little more different, and I think if a younger man goes in there and then he's able to talk about his process, then people will cling to that a little more and get excited for it and want to listen to that. Actually,
exactly. I kind of wish that there was maybe like a group of just young men and women that just went around. They have been there. Talk, because I think if they did that, then one, we'd have more kids going to college in the first place. Half of my class, they said, I mean, I'm making money right now, so I'm gonna work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So it's like,
of course.
So I mean, you're not gonna turn down money to being in debt, because I know I'm in debt now.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we had people, who are young and successful, that can come around and talk to high school kids and middle school kids that are about to make that step to the next level, and tell them about the importance of going to college, if I didn't go to college, I wouldn't be where I was right now.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, hopefully we could maybe we could me and you could get that together.
Yeah,
You know,
hey,
we
it's possible.
We could start that. Oh my
it's
goodness,
possible. I definitely
that'd be
agree.
awesome.
You know, just to get in there, and because I think a lot of people kind of forego the opportunity to go to college because they're
Oh, they
scared of the
definitely.
loans
Mhm.
and all the financial obligations that come with it. And I can understand that, and I can sympathize, but it's really an investment for your future. And if you
Mhm.
take it seriously and you make your way and get your education, then you can definitely have success in the future. You
Those,
just have to want to do it.
and those debts they'll be nothing compared to the money that you will eventually make. You know.
Yes, I mean the potential like after you get your education, it's whatever you want it to be.
Mhm.
So, you know, if I think we just need to educate our young people a little more.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know, I'm just I'm proud that we made the decision to come here.
Yeah,
You know, if I never came here, I would never met you. I never met
yeah, definitely,
our hilarious roommates.
of course.
You know, I never had the experiences that I had. So
Yeah,
I'm proud of the fact that I came to Frostburg.
me too.
You know, sometimes you think you're in your room like, oh man, I could have went here, could have went there. But
Yeah,
in
everyone
the
has those
end,
moments.
yeah, in the end, I'm glad I came here. You know, I'm glad I'm here talking to these guys on XFSR. You know, just
Yeah.
chilling with Mason McAlee. You know, it's just awesome. So me and Mason, we're just gonna chill out right around. You know me, I'm always on Yahoo. We're gonna talk about some of the stories that caught our eyes. We were just looking at all the stories,
Yep.
just checking it out.
Yep, some interesting ones.
Pretty interesting ones.
Yeah.
The first one, the video of that guy at the Boston Marathon. The video
Oh,
of him
yes.
putting the bag down.
That's
And they
just
didn't
wild.
they didn't show the actual video. I guess it's evidence right now.
Yeah, at this point, that's
But
what
they
it
showed
looks
like
like.
a little screenshot of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, you know, but one thing that looks good is that, you know, they're doing their research and they're trying to find who did this,
Oh.
and they definitely
yeah.
need to. They
Oh,
need to find out what happened, who did this, why they did this, and bring them to justice because, you know,
That's ridiculous.
yeah, I mean,
What type of world do we live in, dude?
exactly. And
Like-
when things like that always happen, I always think about 9/11, and so I really hope that they find out what happened and take care of business.
Like I'm just it kind of makes me mad.
Yeah.
Like, cause here we are, and the race is for, people are running for charity.
Yep.
I think Teddy, like I said last show, guys, Teddy Bruschi had maybe 10 runners in there
Mm-hmm.
running for his stroke foundation. Because
Yeah.
Teddy Bruschi had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kids there running for the Sandy Hook kids.
Yeah.
People running for cancer.
Yeah.
It's just and it's on Patriots Day. Patriots Day in
Exactly.
Boston. So it's
Yeah.
it's so disrespectful and it's heartless, man. It makes me pretty mad.
It definitely is, and you know, whenever it comes to kids, that's what really bothers me is finding out that people so young were hurt or
The one
you
kid
know,
lost his life, man.
yeah,
8 years old.
exactly. You know, and it's just when I think about that, it really just makes me mad. You know, how can someone do that?
Yeah, who, like, because I know me. I mean, it's just going on me. Like, I think about everything I do, and then if I don't think it's a good idea, I don't do it.
Yeah,
Who in their right mind would think that was a good idea?
I have no idea.
I-
Their sole
there's some
intention
sick
was
people
to
out
just
there.
hurt, just to hurt people, and
Mhm.
you know, I just can't fathom a human being like that.
No.
Really.
It's definitely ridiculous, and I really don't have. I know one thing though. If I was the person that did it, I'd be shaking in my boots right now.
They should.
Because you have the whole U.S. government,
Yeah.
and they are out for you.
Not even just the government at this point. You know,
It's
I'm sure
definitely
everyday citizens. You know,
vigilantes. And
I mean, all the people who were taking pictures that day are turning in their cameras and everything because
Oh,
they
definitely.
want to help this nation find out what happened and who
the same
did
day,
this.
did you see the picture of the guy on the roof?
Yeah,
I don't even think that guy had anything to do with it.
exactly.
I
I mean,
But it was pictures. Look at this guy. He's the one that did it.
yeah.
And that was all over Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most definitely. I mean,
Well, we will suspect anyone who looks a little
oh,
suspicious,
exactly.
and
Definitely.
I think it's hard for us to kind of just sit back and let things work its way out and try and let the government figure out what happened here. But
That's why I think they made a mistake when they said they described the guy a little bit.
yeah,
like, people just gonna get hurt now.
Yep.
You know, because they were like, they said a black man or a dark skinned man with a heavy accent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many guys is that? You know, so
we're probably the most diverse nation in the entire
exactly,
world, so
it's
not too difficult to spot. I can spot, you know,
a couple people on campus.
on
like
campus,
that.
yeah.
So it's like,
it's hard to do something like
so
that.
I wouldn't have done that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was just looking at the video from, you know, people investigating. Not only you have the local, state police, you know, you got the people in Boston, but you have FBI, you know, ATF. The president is making promises that, you know, the full weight of the law will be put on this guy. So I know me, man, especially with our government, because our government, they have the power to, you're done, you know. So it's
definitely,
it's kind of scary because, I mean, even with like even people, he might be innocent, you know.
Yeah.
But our government, especially like you were saying earlier, it's gonna be hard to find a jury.
Yeah.
You know, so you'd have to think. You know, our government does do some shady things. You know, just that first suspect. Done, You know, so it's like.
I think part of that might be to appease the public, though. You know, if they don't hear, if the public doesn't hear anything, if they're not like hearing things about the investigation or saying that we have a few leads, then the public is going to start to get nervous. They're going to be like, well, is this guy going to get away with it? Are we going to find out who it was? Yeah, is this going to happen again? So I think that's actually a part of their whole plan, is just to feed us information a little bit at a time, whether it is, you know, actually relevant to the story or not, just to kind of appease us, you know, allow the public to calm down a little bit and see that things are trying to get better.
I do have to say they do a good job of, you know, keeping the majority of the people happy. You know, there's some people that will never be happy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's people out there just, I mean, they hate our government for no reason at all.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know why they hate them.
I mean, some people have legitimate, you know, reasoning, I suppose, but you really can't please anyone in any aspect. You'll never be able to please everyone. No, so your whole job is just to appease the majority for the most part.
You have to act like you're you know, pleasing everybody.
Yes.
And I think, touching on that, I think that's why Romney messed up. Because, you know, I mean, just looking at the campaigns, I thought it was pretty even.
Yeah, definitely.
And then until he said, I can't worry about that 47%.
Yeah.
Now, that could be anybody.
Yep.
You don't know what 47% he's talking about.
Exactly.
Like, it could be anybody.
Even if he's not talking about you, like you can just think about it. You can just think maybe that is me.
Think of a reason why that is you.
Yeah.
So I guarantee you, there were people that were dead set, I'm voting for Romney, until he said that. Like, even me, like, yes, I'm African American, but I'm not going to vote for someone just because they're African American.
Of course.
And, you know, I get that from my grandmother because, you know, somebody, I forgot who it was. She was voting. I asked her, because she's a Democrat. I said, Grandma, have you ever voted Republican? And she said, I forgot the guy's name, but a African American guy was running Democrat, and she said she hated him.
Really?
She said he was an idiot.
Yeah.
So she voted Republican.
Really?
You know, that's how I would want people to do that.
Of course, yeah.
You know, I wouldn't want someone to just vote Democrat because
they're listed as a Democrat,
or because their mom votes Democrat.
Of course, yeah.
So it's like I took that as a lesson, you know, to you know, whoever I think can do the best job leading my country.
Of course.
That's who I'm going to vote for.
Yeah, exactly.
And as soon as he said that, I'm like, yeah, there's no way I would want you in, you know, a presidential type,
you
know, situation. Because I mean, like,
because the president of the United States, especially, you know, he's not
everybody.
just, I mean, but he's such a powerful figure in not just our nation, but in the entire world.
And if you're not worried about people in your nation, when you're the most powerful nation in the world, you have to not only have to be worried about the United States, you have to be worried about, you know,
just every
the
entire world. Yeah. You know, foreign affairs especially, and it's actually something that I learned when I was in Ireland. Not to bring up another Irish story, but you know, I was over there during the presidential election, so I got to see what it was like from a different perspective. And you know, Obama's been around for the last 4 years, so That's who everyone in Europe clinged to.
Oh, for
You
real?
know, that was their man. I would walk around and they had Obama posters on the
Oh, that's
walls,
what's
and
up.
their political process is a lot different than ours, and they find ours so exciting. You know, my
The TV
roommates,
coverage
none
and
of
everything.
them were American, and they all stayed up because the time difference. It was probably around 3 o'clock in the morning
Right.
when the election was finally decided, and they stayed up all night to find out who the president of not their country was,
The United
of the
States.
United States.
That's awesome.
So it's definitely we're definitely a bigger deal than I guess I realized until I was over there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize people, paid attention like that.
Yeah,
I knew people would, pay attention because, I mean, you don't want, an idiot running the United States.
of course,
'Cause-
because it affects so much.
Yeah, it's almost like a little kid with two shotguns running
Yeah.
around. So I mean, you would hope that they put someone who is in the right. I don't know. I guess
Just someone
You
who
know,
can
someone
lead,
that- yeah,
someone
some-
that
someone
you
that-
can respect and who can speak clearly and
who you can be
and-
confident can do the right thing.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that will do the right thing for everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
So I didn't. After Romney said that, I didn't have the confidence that he would do the right thing for everybody.
Yeah.
So I think that's what lost him that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do hope they do find that guy because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, me too.
Next story. I know you're a big Star Wars fan.
Yes, I try not to let everyone know, but yes, I
Why
definitely am a pretty big Star Wars fan. I wouldn't want to show any ladies my room at first because unfortunately
everywhere.
it is it's a lot of Star Wars,
I
a
think
lot of
those
Star
Pringles
Wars
cans
stuff.
are the worst part.
You haven't seen the worst, trust me. Trust me. Back at home, it is rough. I've been collecting Star Wars gear since I was probably 4 years old.
Probably
So
make some money if you wanted to, though.
I probably could, and people always tell me that, and they always talk about how I could pay off a good portion of my student loans, but
You might be able to pay off all your loans.
maybe
I'm
it is
yo,
possible. But I just can't part with it. I really
mean, just
can't.
seeing what
Not
people
at
pay
this
for that
stage.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like you ever watch Pawn Stars?
Pawn Stars.
Pawn
Yes.
Stars, yeah. On what's that? Travel Channel, Discovery, something like that.
A&E maybe. I don't even
One
know.
of them. It
It's
probably comes on all of
something. Yeah.
But just seeing what people pay for like old lunchboxes,
Mm-hmm.
old lunchboxes, Storage Wars.
Storage Wars.
Remember we were watching it, and the guy found the Star Wars jacket.
Yes.
was worth
and it was
$20,000 or something like that.
Yep.
A jacket.
Yep.
That's
Definitely.
that's my loans right there.
Exactly.
20,000.
Yeah, and then a lot of my figures I bought at a young age, and I've kept them in
the
mint
box and
condition.
stuff?
Yeah. At first, when I was younger, I opened them all up and played
Mhm.
with them. But as I grew older, my mom would be like, it might be a good idea to keep it in the box. And for me, it was fine. Like, as long as I have it,
Yeah.
as long as I have my Star Wars stuff, then
Exactly.
I'll be good. But
But actually, some people, because I watched. I mean, bringing up another show.
Mhm.
What's it called? The two guys digging through the junk. Have you
Uh,
ever seen that before? It's the skinny guys. Thick guy.
American Pickers.
American Pickers.
Yeah.
People like that. I mean, some people like toys that
Yeah.
this has been played with.
Definitely.
Instead of just like
Well, some of
a
it's
mint
just so
condition.
old, and so people see it and they're like, "Oh my goodness, I need to have
exactly.
that." Like
So,
even like signs and stuff, old
Oh,
Coke
my
signs
goodness.
or
Like,
whatever it is.
one of those guys goes crazy for gas cans.
Yeah,
Or something like
Yeah.
that, like paint cans or something like
gas
that. So,
cans and gas station signs and
yeah,
everything.
So I mean, especially it's something like Star Wars. I mean, it's coming back in. Like,
Yeah,
can you explain? Like, I don't really know a lot about Star Wars. I know Luke Skywalker is the man, and
yeah.
Anakin
of course.
Skywalker is Darth Vader. But
Yeah, I mean, I can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Wars is one of, in my opinion, one of the greatest movie trilogies of all time.
oh, definitely.
And, some of you may have heard that recently George Lucas, the creator and director of Star Wars, actually sold his billion-dollar industry to Disney.
So
Of course,
$4 billion right here.
for $4 billion.
Yeah.
$4 billion. My goodness, that is just wild. And so a lot of Star Wars fans are a little skeptical, and some are excited because, I think what happens, and I think a lot of people can attest to this, is when movies keep coming out with sequels, sometimes they tend to get worse, and
watered
maybe it's
down.
not even just the first sequel might be worse than the first movie, and so. For me, Star Wars is it's something from my childhood. It's something that really means a lot to me. And what Disney has come out that they're going to be doing is from, I think it was 2015 to 2020, I believe, or 2021.
Yep.
They are going to release a new Star Wars film every summer. So
6
that's
Star Wars movies.
6 Star Wars films.
Lots of lightsabers.
And
that's what it says right here.
Yeah, and I can't blame them because they will make a ton of money from it.
Yes.
I'm a
Most
huge
definitely.
Star Wars fan, and even though I might not, agree with them making more films, I would definitely go see them. So how can I even argue with what they're doing? But for me personally, my biggest fear is that it's going to start to get a little watered down, like you said, and it's going to start to ruin the series. And we've even seen that with
Some
with
Disney
the last
movies
films.
in the past.
Yeah, definitely. So. I'll definitely still be there buying the Star Wars collectibles.
You know what made me nervous? It just because I don't really trust Disney.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, it's a very successful business.
Yeah.
And they make very good product.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of Disney movies, like even just going to the cartoons for the little kids.
Yeah.
Like, what's the sequel? All right, Pocahontas had a sequel.
Really? I had no idea.
You had no idea.
No.
I think Pocahontas had 2 sequels.
But that's a good point. Like, Pocahontas, Lion King,
Mulan had a sequel.
Like, see, those are films that will go down as classics forever. But
and
it's
their
like
sequels were terrible.
Exactly. We don't need. I don't need a sequel to Peter Pan or to Lion King because those. All I needed was one movie. Like that'll be a classic in my heart forever. I don't need a sequel to that.
And I mean. And the movie was so good, it's hard to believe that the sequel would be that bad.
Yeah.
Because like with the Lion King, with the movie like the Lion King, come on, there's so many people that love the Lion King even till this day.
Of course.
So, I mean, people are going to go see the second one, but I can't remember the second one.
I don't even know. What they always end up doing for the most part with sequels is they end up like breaking off a portion of a character or something, and then they follow that character. And the thing is we love all the characters.
Yeah, so
don't take away the characters that I love. Let me have my cake and eat it too. I want it all.
That goes into my next thing though. I kind of got reassured when I saw that this guy what's his name? Lawrence? No. Simon Kinberg worked on X-Men and Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Those are 2 movies where I loved everything that kept coming out.
Yeah, and J.J. Abrams is also going to be directing and writing some of the new Star Wars films, and he's a great director. So it's nice to see that they're breaking out all the stops for these films, but I'm still nervous. No matter what, I'll still be nervous.
Maybe if they break it off with each character, maybe they'll make it like a like what X-Men did when they ran out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
They started doing the origins.
Yep.
So maybe they'll do just Star Wars origins.
I mean, I can see that.
Awesome.
Yeah. I really hope so because they can definitely begin to ruin a series like that, and I hope that doesn't happen to my beloved Star Wars.
What could be an issue with that? Because I know me, I love X-Men, and so far the only origins one they have done is Wolverine. I'm like, I want to see other people.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, where's Storm? Where's Rogue? Where's Cyclops? Where's Professor X?
Yeah.
So I mean, they're gonna have to. You're
gonna have to pick it up. There's actually another Wolverine movie coming out here soon. I'm pretty
know,
sure.
So I'm like, okay.
But how can you argue with it? I mean, Wolverine.
I mean, I love Wolverine.
He is just the man.
I'm probably gonna be the first in line to go to the movie, but I still want to see. Like when they said X-Men Origins, I was under the like mindset that all right, Wolverine will go first because he's everybody's favorite,
of course, and
then we'll just. Keep going. Like I want to see Professor X story.
Yeah.
I want to see Rogue. Well, we kind of already seen Rogue story and Storm story. I don't know where Storm came from.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, we've seen Jean Grey and Rogue and X-Men. I mean, not X-Men. Wolverine.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see where the other people have come from. So it's like.
I mean, I could definitely see it happening, though, because, superheroes have definitely taken over our cinematic screens.
Most definitely.
For years now. I mean, I can't even remember what the first superhero movie, I feel like it might have been Spider-Man or something.
I think the first one I saw was Batman.
Batman?
It was like old Batman, like 90s.
Well, I mean, it's
Even
just
that
wild
was awesome too, though.
because I mean they're paying tons of money, and the thing is that it's not only appealing to us or even the older generation and kids especially,
Oh yeah.
and they're buying all the merchandise
Heck
and
yeah.
they want their Spider-Man toys and everything, and with the release of the Avengers and the Dark Knight Rises, I mean those films were amazing, especially
I love those movies.
you know, the Avengers. I wasn't sure how that was going to turn out with so many characters, and they really just played it
Gelled
perfect.
very well.
Yeah, it was awesome, and you know that's the same thing though. They keep coming out with a lot of sequels, so it's hard to tell when to stop.
And it's funny because like Spider-Man came out and everybody loved Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and now all these other movies. Oh man, Spider-Man was terrible.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Like Spider-Man had 3 successful movies, and then now they come out with Iron Man and Thor, and now everybody's like, oh, Spider-Man.
Well, not only that, but we had those 3 Spider-Man movies, you know, with Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, and that
didn't
wasn't
really
too
like him
long
that much.
ago.
I didn't like him that much.
Well, I mean, yeah, but they were pretty successful back then,
I mean,
but that wasn't that long ago. And then just last year, 2 years ago, they came out with another Spider-Man with a new character, like a whole new series. Like it's not even.
And that was a pretty
same...
successful movie too.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was the same storyline though.
Exactly.
Basically, so
yeah.
I mean, that just goes to show how much people love their superheroes.
That's right.
What's big right now though is the playoffs.
Oh my goodness,
Playoffs
that
started.
game yesterday, Lakers Rockets.
Oh my goodness,
That was awesome.
when Parsons hit that 3.
I was watching that. I was actually at the bar, and when he hit that, I was a little
He
mad.
was unbelievable.
I couldn't
Like,
believe it, but
yeah.
I was a little mad. I want the Lakers to go far. You know, I'm sure if Kobe could be on the court with his wheelchair, he would be. So because I just admire his heart. He probably would. He probably would. I just admire his heart. You know, he's the man, and he's very confident, and I really like him a lot.
Kobe is the godfather of
He
the NBA.
is.
Like, it's a select group of people
Mm-hmm.
that can never get in trouble.
Yeah,
Kobe is one of them.
I agree.
Kobe
and
can say whatever he wants to say, and nobody will ever come to him and say you can't say that.
how can you though? The
You
man
can't.
came, and other people do it too. But he came in the league as he was 17 years old.
17.
He could not sign his own contract. He had to have his parents sign his contract.
Beast.
How
You know you're
wild is
good when
that?
you weren't even starting and you got selected to the All-Star team.
Yeah. That is
Like-
just unbelievable,
Oh
and
my goodness.
and I have a lot of respect for him. I
So
have a
much
lot of
respect.
respect for talent. So
Yeah,
you know,
so much respect.
that's just awesome.
And then, so the playoff tree is this: we got the Thunder and the Rockets going off in the first round.
Yeah.
Clippers and Memphis. I don't really like Memphis. I think they lost Rudy Gay.
Oh yeah.
I think
I really don't care for him either, but I think that Rockets OKC game is going to be
that's
a good
gonna be
one.
that's gonna be good,
Especially
I
with
mean,
Harden going back to
Yeah.
OKC. And,
I think
and-
that's the most interesting game. All right, so I think that'll be the most interesting series.
Yeah.
I mean, because those are both 2 really good teams, and then you also have that Harden coming back to OKC drama too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that'll be the most interesting one. I think the most competitive one will be that Nuggets Warriors. Because a lot of people don't know how good the Nuggets are,
Yeah,
but the Warriors can shoot the lights out.
they can. Steph Curry, he is the man.
He is a beast. I think the Lakers will beat the Spurs though. The Spurs are pretty hurt right now.
I hope they do. You
'Cause
know,
Tim Duncan is old. He can't carry a team.
he is, but he still has a lot of talent left.
He has a lot of talent, but I think you neutralize him. I mean, because he can't move like he used to, and then you got Dwight Howard checking him.
Yep.
You know, so and then Tony Parker's hurt right now. Ginobili isn't himself.
And Dwight's really stepping up at this point. You know, he
Yeah.
With Kobe being
Oh,
gone, he's
yeah.
definitely playing
He's
like
starting
a
to
beast.
play like a real NBA player.
It's about time though.
And you know, as much as the T-Mac signing is got everybody excited, I don't have T-Mac saving you
No.
from the Lakers.
No, not at all. You got to build a little bit of continuity before you go to the playoffs and think you can play.
So for the West, I have OKC beating the Rockets. I got the Clippers beating Memphis. I got Lakers beating Spurs, and I got I'm gonna go with the Nuggets.
The Nuggets, okay,
I'm gonna go with the Nuggets over the Warriors.
nice.
Because I think they have a deeper team. In the East, I mean, all right. The Heat are playing the Bucks. The Bucks don't even have a winning record.
I don't even know what to say.
Does
about
LeBron even have to play?
Really, he doesn't.
He could probably sit out.
They could probably sit the big three and still come away with that win. Yeah.
You got the Nets. They're gonna face off against the Bulls.
Yeah.
You think D Rose coming back?
I don't know. I have a feeling that he's going to sit out. You know,
Yeah, I don't think
why?
There's no point to come back.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, I don't think he's going.
I think they're a good team anyway. I think they could beat the Nets.
They really are. They have a
him.
great coach and they've done a great job without
awesome
their superstar player. So you know, it's better for him to just rest up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want him to come back and
hurt it again.
Exactly, because without D Rose in the league,
D-Rose.
yes, I don't want to experience another year without him. So
and then the next matchup, we got the Knicks against the Celtics.
All right, yeah,
Knicks are gonna win that.
Oh, I really hope so. Melo needs to make it out the first round.
Melo's the scoring champion this year.
He needs to make it out of the first round. He's never made it out of the first round. So I give a lot of props to Melo. He's the man.
If the Knicks lose this, Melo's just cursed. All right, because the Knicks are beasts. All right, and then we got the Pacers and the Hawks, and I really don't know who's gonna win that.
Yeah,
because they're two even matched teams.
Yeah, definitely.
Like neither one has a real superstar.
They're definitely they are similar in a lot of ways.
Really good teams. So I can't really pick anybody from that. I mean, I got Knicks, I got Bulls, I got Heat, and then that's just a toss up, man. You flip a coin. All right, that's what I pick.
Yeah, I agree.
And then, the Wizards are in the lottery.
Oh.
Can we get the number one pick again? And, but even then, it's not going to matter. The draft class coming out this year.
Yeah, it's not the strongest.
It's not very good.
It might have been better if they drafted from the women's class this year.
You got a kid. They still say Nerlens Noel will go number one, and that kid tore his ACL?
Mm-hmm.
He tore his knee up.
Yeah.
He played half the season on a bad team. Kentucky went to Robert Morris and lost to Robert Morris in the NIT.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
And he's your number one pick?
Yeah, it's not looking too deep this year.
Oh, my goodness. I guess we give a quick update on the Nationals. They're 9-6.
Mm-hmm.
Dominated the Marlins last night.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, 6-1 in baseball.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's pretty. It's pretty bad, man.
Yeah, I would say so. But I mean, how can you? The Nationals have such a strong team. They have two of the best players in the league. I think it's definitely safe to say that Strasburg and
Gio is nice.
Oh yeah.
And then Bryce Harper.
How can you go? I don't even watch baseball like that, but when I hear about Bryce Harper, it just gets me excited. He gets me excited for baseball, and it's kind of weird now because we're getting to that age where we're no longer younger than our superstar athletes at this point.
Even RG3 is our age.
Exactly. So it's kind of weird now, to think that a 20-year-old is playing Major League Baseball and one of the best players out there.
Like they have him as favorite to win the NL MVP.
How can you argue with that? First two at bats.
Home runs.
First two at bats, home runs. I mean, how can you argue with it?
I was reading about him when he was still in high school.
Really?
And I was like, oh, this kid's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
I was like, he's going to kill us. And then come to find out, we got him.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Beast mode. But we coming down to the end. We got 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left. I know you're a Redskins fan. Real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick. What do you think about upcoming season? The upcoming draft, upcoming season. I know a lot of people were still favored to win in the NFC East.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I got to go with them on that. The Cowboys, they're a mess right now. The Eagles are a mess, and then the Giants. They just I'm not really scared of any of those teams. I think everybody's just so even.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Redskins should be favored, and I love me some more G3. I've never been so excited for a Redskins team in my entire life, and last year I could not believe it. It was surreal. So I look for them to, as long as RG3 can stay healthy. Yeah. That's one of my biggest concerns. And another one is just that offense they run.
I really don't like how they ran him in their offense.
Yeah.
I think they really need to protect him when he. That's your franchise right there.
They definitely do. I agree, but I'm just wondering what they're going to do with the offense, because it was that option offense that made us so deadly. So how do you change that and still have the same success?
I think they can do it and still protect him.
Yeah.
I don't think they have to have him running around getting hit by D linemen.
Yeah.
Because,
Definitely.
I mean, they were running that read option where the DN is coming right for him.
Yeah.
And if he does, I mean, he's going to hit him regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't think we have to do that. I think we can block that DN and read off somebody else.
Well, what so many people say is that he's a running quarterback, but the truth is he's a quarterback can run.
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
He is a true quarterback, and he can pass.
Oh my goodness.
He has deadly accuracy on the deep ball.
Like just watching, I never get like the only time I saw him throw a ball and I was like, oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Is the playoff game when he was already hurt and he threw that up, and Earl Thomas picked it off in the last. But he is a awesome thrower.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll come back.
Great character too. Great person.
He can't rush back though.
No.
Please get healthy.
No, please.
Please get healthy.
They say all in for week 1. I'm all in with it too, but as long as you're healthy, you got to be 100%.
But we're out of time. Thanks a lot for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
I know people are gonna want you to come back. You gotta come back.
Hey, I'd be happy to.
Oh my goodness.
I had a great time.
There's so much more we could talk about.
Oh yeah. We have a lot of stories.
This is to be continued. From me, Swag Cat 9, and my boy, Mr. Mason McAwee. Peace out, fam. Y'all be safe this weekend. Hit me up on Twitter and YouTube and all that. Let me know how you want us to talk. What you want us to talk about next time. If you have any more topics, but I'm definitely gonna have Mason back in here with me. So but Blazing It's Radio, peace out, fam.